Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today I have a very special unboxing, something that came in. I believe this is from one of my subscribers that's allowing me to check out a knife that I was very interested in looking at. I just didn't get a chance to get one, and it was, I've been getting other knives for the channel, and this is one of those that looked cool, but it's just I never took a plunge into it. And it's kind of a single deployment one, so I was like, I don't know if I like it, but it looked really cool. And I was like, back and forth. And when they allowed me to have a chance to check it out, I was like, yeah, absolutely, thank you. So thank you to awesome channel subscribers and members like you guys. Thank you so much. And I'll double check with the guy, but I think he's cool with me posting a link. If it is, I will have a link to his YouTube channel or Instagram page down below in the description. Otherwise, if I don't know, then I'm probably not going to have it. But I want to respect people. Sometimes people want to share things and they want to let everybody know. Sometimes they're fine with it. And I'm absolutely all cool about giving a shout out. Just so you know, if you ever decide that you would like me to check out a knife or something like that, I don't hard use them. You tell me if it's a knife. I'm probably going to stay at this desk. I'm going to flip it and open it and put it back in the box. I might take it with me very carefully out to the backyard over the grass, record a video if I get one in, like to do a little short or something like that. But mostly I'll do the unboxing and then I'll do an impressions or impressions review, right? It's not going to be a hard use review impressions. I don't do that. I'm not the guy that goes bushwhacking. I'm not going to go cut it, carry a knife for 10 weeks, bang it up, beat it up. I don't do that when somebody loans a knife to me. I just want to get a feel for it. I want to experience the ergonomics, the design, and the feel of the knife. And that's what this is. So sorry about all that. A lot of intro. Hopefully you skipped through it if you didn't want to hear it. If you didn't, hey, maybe you did want to hear it because you were thinking about it. So thank you. Let's get into this. Today I'm opening up with my Pena X series. This is the Bravo and frag pattern. Really cool little knife. Super sharp. Awesome little knife. Let's get into this. All right, so what do we have here? Okay, we have a Mr. Designs. That's cool. All right. Yeah, so this is the Mr. Designs knife. I have not had a chance to check one of these out. I like the box already. That's really cool. So is this a magnetic? Yeah, it is magnetic. All right, so let's get into this. Here we go. Ooh, look at this. This is the titanium one. Yep. All right, so he also has another one that's carbon fiber that I think is really cool, but this is like a super minimalist design. I mean, Ray Laconico, this is like an homage to Ray Laconico, but even more. You know what this almost reminds me of? It's not, okay, no copy whatsoever because it's so unique. But the idea of the complete conceal of the knife, Quiet Carry makes something like this. Now, this is even more perfect because this almost looks like like one of those digital cigarettes or whatever that they call the vaping things. I don't know what they're called, right? So it almost reminds me of that. But anyways, this right here is like that because the blade's fully enclosed and it's totally hidden. This is the Quiet Carry large IQ, and you can see that blade fully enclosed. This one is as well, all right? Got the titanium all the way around. It almost looks like an integral, but you can see the connection part right there. You've got one screw that's going to be at the base here that holds the clip in. It's not a reversible, it's right-hand tip-up only. Then you got another screw over here that's holding on the pivot, and, oh, it's a button lock. Wait. Oh, okay. What do we got in there? What do we have in there? Is there something in there? Oh, is this one of those with the magnets? Hold on. I know some of them, sometimes they'll install a magnet in there. Sorry, I'll get right back to it. But it just, I wonder if this is one of those where they did, oh, that's too bright. Is this one of those with the magnets? Let's take a look. Yeah, it's the magnets. So they installed the magnets. All right, so there's a guy who, and I don't know the design, and if I have the link for it, I'll post it. But you can put magnets inside these, and especially if you have milled out scales. And what it does, it gives it a little stronger detent. So it snaps a little, and so when you get a little more flip, right? So if the button lock, it's a plunge lock, is not very strong and you're flipping it, it can feel very weak and very easy to fail. But the magnet will kind of resist and make it just a little bit stronger. But there we go. So there you go. So there you have the flip. Oops, very sharp tip right there. And there's nothing jimping on there, but this is almost like the smock, kind of a smock lock, right? That's kind of cool. Very, very clean design. All right, let's look at this blade. Very thin edge, got a little jimping on top. Can definitely choke up. Now, I just talked about another knife where I'm not a big fan where you have no place to hold your hand, you don't want to slip. Has a little jimping to keep you from sliding. You know, this is just one of those knives. I would first of all, I'd never do a button lock as a hard use, because button lock with a plunge lock by design, with the spring and the way it's working, if there's any motion, it can eventually push up on the button lock enough that you can release that. And that's why when people do those whack tests, which I would never do with this knife, it's not mine. Sometimes they fail. It's all a matter of how they do it, what angle and stuff like that. You can actually get almost any button lock to fail, right? Depending on exactly how you do it, how quickly you do it, and the vibration that you get there. So it's just a matter of harmonics, if you will. So think of it this way. If you ever heard of, like, what is it? Baking soda. No, not baking soda. The stuff you use for cooking. Sorry, not baking soda. It's another white powder used for cooking, and my brain just went dead. But anyways, if you get it wet, and it's real hard when you hit it hard, but if you put your hand, you vibrate it, it becomes very much like quicksand. Okay, that's the idea here. I think the resistance of the plunge lock, because it goes down like this and it pushes against, if you're vibrating, it's going to eventually push up like that. So the vibration will push up and then it'll fail. So that's the idea. That's why, you know, button locks are really never hard use. They're great for the office, opening boxes, packages, cardboard, whatever, perfectly fine. But if you're out chopping woods and stuff like that, I'd say get a fixed blade, get something else, right? But this is very cool. It's very slick, very thin. I do like that super light, super light. We'll definitely do a review. Blade's completely concealed. You have that, really single deployment. It looks like a single deployment, but because it's button lock, look, I can use a button lock as well. So you have a double. You have two button locks, right? You have double bonus lock here. So here we go, drop, and it closes. Now, it's such a light blade, that magnet really helps once you release it. It actually locks it in place, so that's cool. All right, this is definitely unique. It's a very different design. Mr. Design. So again, this is one of those, if the aesthetics really jumps out at you, you're going to love it. I think you are. I'm glad I got a chance to check it out. It's very clean. It is very clean. And I appreciate stuff like this, because stuff like this can lead to other knives that are more of my aesthetic range, right? You know, but this is definitely a cool thing to explore. I do not have any issues with this. I think it's really nice. It looks really dead centered. Yeah, dead centered. All right, any blade rock? Yeah, got a little bit. Might have to tighten that up a little bit. I mean, I only tighten it up because I don't want the blade to get damaged. If it's blade rock, it can scrape the inside of the blade. Do not want to damage a blade that's being barbed. So I might, just for the sake of making sure that one's okay. All right, so I have T8 right here. Let's see if this is a T8. I don't know if this is a T8. I'm hoping it's a T8. Is that T8? Oh, that was really loose, yeah. That was really loose. Okay, that's much better. All right, so it doesn't bounce as much now. So you can see that. Let's do this. There we go. You just got to figure out where it's at, because it's a much lighter blade, right? All right, very cool. Very cool. All right, so it was a little bit loose. Now, if this is mine, I'd probably take it off, put a little Loctite on there. I wouldn't want to get it loose. Let's see, is that a T8 there? I don't think it is. It might be a T6, but let's just double check. Yeah, I think it might be a T6. Let's check that out. So we have T6. Let's see if it is a T6. No, it's got to be a T8. All right. So just so you can see, it's a T8. Oh, it's a T8. T8. That's cool. I like that. Two T8s. That makes it really nice. Really cool. All right, so the blade steel. Did it have it on there? No, it didn't. So let's see. Is it on the blade anywhere? I don't know if it's M390 14C28. Oh, there it is. What is it? What are we at? M390 blade steel. So that's nice. M390 blade steel. I don't know who the OEM is. I don't know if they release it. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they don't talk about the OEM because they're under agreement from the OEM not to release it, right? Depending on the price and everything. Because I mean, maybe the OEM does most of the work and they outsource some of it, and they don't want to. They don't want to take credit for all their work, because maybe they do 70–80% of the work, but they don't, if the 20 or 30% is not up to their par, because it's a little cheaper for them to outsource, maybe they don't want to take the hit for it, right? Which is fine, because maybe it doesn't really meet their quality levels, but it's good enough because you're trying to get to a price point for a knife. I don't know how much this is. It'll probably be in the link down below if there's still some available. We'll definitely try to have that, but it's very, very cool. So, and I don't think I have the name of the design on here. It's Mr. Designs. So in the beginning, I might have flashed it, or in the title, you'll see the name of the knife. I don't know if I'll do it again, but it'll definitely be in the description, it'll also be in the title. But very, very cool knife, very cool design. I think it's definitely has some beautiful aesthetics. So everything's chamfered, everything around, very comfortable. No sharp edges, obviously, rounded all the way down here. The corners here are nice and rounded, nothing sharp. The clip is nice and is rounded. If you're gonna do a clip, this is my favorite wire clip right here. I love this. You come up, just a nice little loop up, it's rounded. I don't like the up and then straight or the up, whatever, you know, I make it just very subtle so you can clear the area. It's got a nice little flex, and you've got a recessed screw, so you've got plenty of room for it to clear your pants. Sometimes people will recess it so much that there's no room in here, and that's not good. That's no bueno, right? I want to be able to clip it in my pants, and I don't want it to be, you know, stuck to my pants where it's ripping my pants. So this is nice. I like this. I just wish it was reversible. I don't know how much it would have cost to get the screw over here and to make it an all the way through pivot, because apparently this is a full backspacer. So let's look at the inside of that. Yeah, so this looks like it's a solid piece of titanium. I'm assuming this is titanium. Maybe it's aluminum. Yeah, that's steel over there. Yeah, it's a steel clip. And then there's the magnets in there. Very cool. When I first saw it, I thought it looked like a bubblegum wrapper, right? But it's not. It's two magnet rods that were glued in there, it looks like. So very cool, very cool. Definitely, I get why he did that, because it's a light blade, and it does give it a little extra nice crisp flick to it. So you get that in there, you can get that beautiful flick. So if you like that strong actuation of the blade, you know, when it opens up and flicks out, you know, it definitely gives you that little extra. I love the thin blade. This, I'm going to guess, is like 0.1 inches, maybe even 0.9. It's super thin. Reminds me of some of the wee banters, the baby banters, right? Definitely super thin blade, which is nice. It's definitely going to be a slicer. Come down to a very thin edge, full flat grind. Definitely feels sharp. Now, this blade is fully closed, so there's two openings. You got the flipper, you got the button. But I love the fact that you've got both, right? So that's a bonus, to be able to use a button, right? You know, with the button, you've got to get that momentum going first, right? So you got to go like that. And then the flipper works like that. Very nice, very nice. Nice centered, everything's good. I do like that. I like that a lot. Again, my only thing about a knife like this is I want to have a little place where you can definitely choke up, but I would like to have a place where I don't feel like my hand's going to slip and cut myself. But then again, this is a knife that's very nice for the office, very executive, opening letters, opening boxes. You know, you can be at the desk and it can look very clean just looking like that. Matter of fact, you could probably take the clip out and you probably wouldn't even notice it taking it out, right? And it could be just something you sit at the desk that sits kind of like a square. Some people might think it's a digital cigarette or a little flashlight, or, you know, a really big flash drive or something like that. But very cool. I do like it. I do like it. So cool design from Mr. Designs. I think it's definitely worth checking out. I'm glad I got a chance to check out. Thank you to the subscriber. You're awesome. Thank you for allowing me to check this out. That's a real honor. I appreciate you allowing me to do that. Like I said, I'm not going to be doing anything with this knife except for just having it here at the desk. I might take it out to the backyard very carefully over the grass, do a little video just for the short. But otherwise, it's going to stay at my desk for the unboxing and the review, and then it's going to go right back to the subscriber, and just really appreciate them doing that. So thank you. You guys are awesome. Hey, if you found this content fun, interesting, worthwhile, entertaining, or informative, would you please consider hitting the like button down below? If you've already hit that like button, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button. Subscribing and liking the channel really helps out. It allows my channel to grow, allows me to produce more content, do more things, ultimately more things for you guys. So thank you very much. I appreciate all you subscribers, and I appreciate you channel members as well. You guys rock. Thank you guys. And if you want to consider being a channel member, there's a link down below for that. Really would help out the channel. I would very much appreciate that. And hey, if you haven't already, maybe consider hitting that notification down below so you can be notified of future content like this. And if you haven't already, go check me out over on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching today. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.